Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, it was starting to disappear yesterday, remember? I wonder if that is a new symptom of my brand new computer. If that happens again, please let me know, because I need to make documentation of things going wrong with this thing. All right, so pictorially, you don't have your algebra tiles anymore. I want you to factor this, which means make the rectangle. Now you guys just messed with your heads with 5 and 6, yeah?
Yeah.
Have a look at this one. What do you have to start with? Because of what Vicky said earlier. You got to start with the x squared because there's only one of them, yeah? You're stuck with that. Now, where should you go next?
8x.
You would go to 8x?
No, 7 on the bottom.
Yeah. It's got to be positive, yeah? What is the only way I can make a rectangle out of 7 things? At teacher school, they say that you should never say no when a kid has the guts to give an answer. So I like the way you're thinking, Michael, but I'm going in a bit of a different direction than that right now. Let's try that again, shall we? I have 7 objects and I must line them up into a rectangular shape. What is my only option?
A line.
A line of 7, yes? Yeah? Agreed?
Yeah.
And they got to be positive, right?
Yeah.
Now, what do I need to fill in these holes?
8x.
Look again.
Which one?
Negative 8x. 1. And I'm so lazy. Copy. Actually, that never works on this program. I'm just going to draw it. Does everyone agree?
Yeah.
Great. But that's nothing math, is it?
No.
The math question says to factor it, right?
Yeah.
Where do the factors live?
On the outside of the rectangle. Ooh.
X. What's this?
Negative 1.
And this?
X and negative 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes?
Yes.
So this must be x minus 1 times x minus 7. Right?
Yeah.
Now let's check. Are these 2 binomials?
Yes.
Is there a number in front? No. So can I do our shortcut?
Yeah.
X squared, what's negative 1 plus negative 7? Negative 8x. And negative 1 times negative 7?
Positive 7.
So did we do it right?
Yeah.
Excellent. So you guys all should be able to do this pictorially, right? Now, what's the other thing I said that factoring is? It's also the reverse of expansion, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So if I expand this properly, I'm multiplying, right?
Yeah.
So reversing it would be divide, right?
Yeah.
But I gave you a shortcut to get there, yes?
Yeah.
That shortcut was what? What was the shortcut? I add what? Add the numbers. Get me this, right?
Yeah.
And multiply to get this, right?
Yeah.
Everybody with me?
Yeah.
Okay. So, remember that. Keep it in your head. Expand that properly. What should I do with that if you weren't in my class and I hadn't given you that shortcut? What would you do? FOIL. So what would you do? X squared
Plus
6x plus 4x plus 24. Right? And then you would add it up. X squared plus 10x plus 24. Now, I'm going to highlight 3 numbers on here. Do they share a relationship? I'm going to highlight a 4th number. What is that relationship? Yeah? They're multiples of 2. Actually, I'm going to change this slightly. How do those 2 blue numbers relate to the yellow number? And how do they relate to the green number? Anish. 6 times 4 equals 24. 6 plus 4 equals 10. Right? So, that must mean there's a shortcut to factoring, isn't there?
Yeah.
If I have a trinomial, x squared plus bx, any other number, plus c. Everybody with me?
Yeah.
Okay, do you need me to go back up a little, Michael? Oh, thank you, Michael. That's a trinomial, yeah?
Yeah.
Is this the same as this?
Yeah.
Yep. And up here, we knew we needed numbers that would do 2 jobs, right?
Yeah.
Those 2 jobs had to be what? Multiply to what? What did the 2 numbers do? Multiplied to what? 24. And added to what? 10. So come down here and figure out the shortcut. If I am going to factor this, because not everything is factorable, is it? Remember, I gave you one that you couldn't factor, right? If I was going to factor this, then what must happen? There must be 2 numbers that do what? Multiply to what? I'll show you the one that you've already worked out. They needed to multiply to 24 and add to 10. Now apply it to every trinomial. They have to multiply to what? Look at what you already know and apply it to a new situation. Is this the same form as this? Okay. So if in this case we needed to multiply to 24 and add to 10, because it's math and rules always apply, what will this case be down here? Alicia.
C.
You must multiply to C and add to B, whatever they are. Anish. Sure, because you filled your drink up, so now you got to pee. I get it. What? No, this is we're reversing our FOIL shortcut up here. That's why I call it the reverse FOIL shortcut. Our FOIL shortcut is we do 4, positive 4 plus 6 to get 10, yes?
Yeah.
And then we do 4 times 6 to get 24. That's the foiling shortcut, yes?
Yeah.
So the reverse FOIL shortcut must be take our answers and then go backwards from there. That's what we've done here. Okay?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to give you guys an example. What was that first question we did that made all of you not do it right? I gave you x squared, right? Minus 5x minus 6. Does this look like this? Yeah, it does. It's a squared term, a non-squared term, and a constant, right?
Yes.
But they're negatives. Yeah, but what's negative? Isn't it just adding a negative?
Yes.
So it is the same, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because this, to transfer down here, would really be x squared plus negative 5, right? Plus negative 6. But math guys are lazy, so we don't write it that way. That's how we actually write it, correct?
Yeah.
Now you guys were all, I can't do it. And then you all did it, and I did it. And no, you didn't. And you were like, yes, I did. And I was like, no, you didn't. And then we figured it out, right? So now you have an algebraic shortcut to that. You need two numbers that will multiply to what?
Two numbers that multiply to 6.
What kind of 6?
Negative.
Negative 6, and add to what?
Negative 5.
Negative 5. Now we go back to the beginning of this unit where we talked about factors, right?
Yeah.
What are the factors of 6?
Negative
1 and 6, and 2 and 3. Both of them will get me to 5 in some way, won't they?
Yeah.
2 plus 3 or negative 2 minus 3, right? Well, negative 2 minus 3 will get me negative 5, but negative 2 times negative 3 will not get me negative 6, will it?
No.
So that's out. So it has to be this, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And one of them has to be negative, right?
Yeah.
Which one? Has to be 6, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because negative 6 plus 1 gets me negative 5.
Yeah.
And then how do we write it out? X plus 6, not plus 6, dummy head. X plus 1,
Then
x minus 6. And then do we take a second to check?
Of course.
Of course we do. Is 1 minus 6 negative 5? Yep. Is 1 times negative 6 negative 6? Yep. So are we right? Yep. Mr. Myers, would it be all right if I had x minus 6 and x plus 1?
Of course. No. 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 Yeah.
Is negative 6 plus 1 negative 5?
Yeah.
Is negative 6 times 1 negative 6?
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Mr. Myers! Yes. Would it be all right if I had x minus 1 and x plus 6?
No.
No, of course not, because negative 1 plus 6 is positive 5. Everybody see? Sam. Okay. So everybody should be good with that, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, now, what is the key thing to remember? Did I give you a trinomial that you could not factor? The very first one, 2x squared minus 2x plus, you couldn't factor it. So does this trick always work?
No.
If the trinomial can be factored, the trick works. If the trinomial can't be factored, the trick doesn't work. So should you keep trying? No, because it's not going to work. It's not going to work. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
All right? Now, at the beginning, you guys are going to be poopy at this. It's okay. Everybody is. Which is why I'm going to show you a little more work that will help you along the way. Now, weirdly, some of you are going to say, I got it as soon as I finish writing it. You're going to be like, I know it already. About 7 years ago, I had a kid in my regular grade 9 class.
Oh my
Okay?
Yeah.
Like, okay?
Uh-huh.
Not lazy, actually,
Oh.
and not this. Not what the word really means. Completely and totally. Okay? Are you with me?
Yeah.
Okay. We did this, and he was amazing. He could do this whole sheet in the time it's going to take you guys to do one. But he could do nothing else at all in math. It was the weirdest thing. I know, it was really, really strange. All right, so if it's going to factor, then I need a pair of numbers that will do what?
That will multiply together
To make negative 18 and add to get
You get 7.
positive 7. What are the factors of 18? Will 1 and 18 get me there?
No.
No.
Will 2 and 9?
29,
Yes.
yes.
2 and 9 is it, isn't it?
Yes.
Because 2 and 9 will get me to 7. How? Jack.
9 minus 2.
9 minus 2. So if the 9 is positive and I take away 2, I will get 7.
Yeah.
X plus 9, X minus 2. Check. 9 minus 2 is 7. 9 times negative 2 is negative 18. Correct.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yeah.
Everybody good? Jack, you were the one that said it. Why are you squinting at it?
But don't,
Maybe you need.
I get like what you're saying, I just don't get how to like write it out.
Well, you were the one that recognized it had to be 9 minus 2, correct?
Yeah.
To get the 7. So we write x plus 9, because there's our positive 9,
Okay.
and x minus 2, there's our negative 2.
Oh,
That's it.
okay.
All right. So what's this one? If it's going to factor, the numbers have to multiply to what?
8.
No.
Negative 8.
Negative 8 and add to what?
Negative 2.
Negative 2. So, is it 1 and 8?
Yeah.
No. Is it 2 and 4?
Yes.
Yes. But how?
4 minus 2.
Negative 4.
4 minus 2 is positive 2.
Negative 2, negative.
That's negative 6.
Negative 4 plus 2.
and positive 2.
X minus 4, x plus 2. Yeah? Yeah. Now, you guys should be noticing something. What do you notice here and here? They're both negative. What do you notice here and here?
They're different.
When that guy's negative, these guys have to be different signs. Why?
The negative times positive.
Because the negative times a positive will get me that final negative, yes?
Yeah.
All right, now, look at the next one and what's different. That's a positive, but what's that?
Negative.
So, I need to multiply to what?
35.
And add to what?
Negative 12.
Is it 1 and 35?
No.
Is it 5 and 7?
Yes.
But, yeah, you can.
Can't. I know.
Negative 5.
Negative 7 and negative 5.
Yeah.
Positive and negative there has to be negative, negative. Right? So now, look at this. Before you even do any work, you already know the form this is going to take, don't you? What's it going to look like? It's going to be A. That's negative, so what is it going to be?
One of them is a negative.
Plus and minus. And I need a positive and a negative number that will multiply to what?
20.
20 and add to what?
12.
Multiply to negative 20 and add to positive 12. What is it?
No. 10 and sorry. 10 and 2. 10 and 2. Negative, it's a positive 10.
It's not like that. It's not.
That's not going to get me to 12. That's going to get me to 8.
Oh, yeah, no,
It's not
you
factorable.
can't do it.
It's not factorable.
Well, wait.
Because if it's negative and then negative 3 and then negative 12, but you have a positive, it's not factorable.
Do you see the problem? I'm glad that you all stopped as soon as you did, because usually this question takes about 5 minutes of people yelling at me that it's possible. Right? Is it?
No.
And why would... Pardon me? Say that again. It seems like it should be, which is a problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right? I don't want you guys falling into that. Okay? Don't try to make a question fit some sort of pattern you've worked out in your head, because that's not what math is about. Right?
Yeah.
Obviously, the bell is not going to ring. We're going to stop there. I want you to attempt to finish. May I see your notebook, please? Finish to P. That's your homework tonight.
Okay.
Okay? Now remember, not everything is going to look right, but you have all the tools you need to do all of these questions if you think. Ho ho! It's like the bell was the period when I said think. Oh crap, I recorded all that too.